Hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging and Friends. We are playing Call of Cthulhu tonight, or rather, we are doing our session 0 for Call of Cthulhu, as we are preparing for a very, very lengthy campaign that is currently scheduled to start sometime in the winter of 2025. But we figure we're going to get a jump on character creation, do it now. So that we could just, we're there. So we're going to do something a little fancy, though. We're not just going to do your average Call of Cthulhu character creation. We are actually going to do this little thing called life path table. So we're going to be using Heinrich's guide, or Call of Cthulhu guide to character creation, as we're going to be doing some life path table stuff. So I think I got a link I set up in an old Nightbot here if you're interested to where you can find this supplement over on drive-through. It is a series of life path tables and randomness and all sorts of things like that that will hopefully come up with some interesting characters, have their various events throughout their birth events, childhood events, adulthood, into old age if they choose to go that far. So we're going to do a lot of this kind of stuff because we want to have these in-depth characters. We're going to be doing little mixtures of pulp here and there when we get into the campaign, but it's not going to be full pulp. We're going to sprinkle in a couple things here and there to give a slight increase to some survivability, but we're not going to go crazy with it, as we're going to keep it relatively true to the classic campaign. We have nothing to introduce yet, but we have people here. You just want to say who you are really quick and what you do, and then that'll give me a second to make Chuck's head smaller, as I did it again. So yeah. So Chuck, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Chuck. I do things. Good job, me.
Well said. DOK, Defenders of Cobalt, etc., etc.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking for a way to make Chuck's head a little smaller.
Good luck.
So is his wife. And then let's see, Matt. Are we back to Occupational Cthulhu this week?
We are this Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're continuing our Forest of Fear preview, where we're
nice.
Yeah, showcasing an upcoming adventure for Occupational Cthulhu.
Perfect. And Jeremy, you got a Patreon you've been plugging as well.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Reese on Patreon. If you get comics, maps, tokens, RPG assets, it's fun. Check it out.
Very nice. Jen will join us for the campaign, but she can't be here tonight. Adam is here. Adam, say something about Grim and Perilous before we get started.
Something about Grim and Perilous before we get started.
Well done. Okay, so we're going to dive into character creation. This is going to be a fully character creation session. It's going to go as long as it needs to go. If we don't go a full 2 hours, we'll get out of here early. So you all, as players, you need to have, I warned you ahead of time, you need a couple things up at once. You're going to have a copy of the character creation guide. You need to have a backstory sheet, which comes with the Heinrich's guide. And this is a way for you to keep track of the various events that you're going to roll, these random events. And as you go, you're not necessarily picking. You're going to have some choice and some control over your character, but there's also going to be a ton of random rolls since this is basically life path tables. And you're also going to want to eventually have open the investigator's guide, which you all should have. So all this stuff should be everything you all have, and we can kind of dive in. Unless there's lingering questions before we get started. Anybody have any questions? Everyone able to access your character sheet up on Foundry? Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously encouraging you all to make characters that are fun and weird and connected to each other. That's the other thing. Listen for times in which you might be able to connect to each other or over your events and things like that. It could be a lot of fun. And I should say it's going to be 1923. Is when the whole campaign will take place. We will start in London, and we will eventually get on the Orient Express, travel across Europe. So this doesn't mean you have to necessarily be from Europe. You can be from anywhere you want, as long as you have reason to be a world traveler and kind of head out to London at some point. So as long as those things are true, you're good to go. So what we're going to do, I think everyone here has played Call of Cthulhu at least once. We don't do any rolling for characteristics or anything like that. That stuff will come. So all of your characteristics like strength, dex, int, con, appearance, power, and size in education, you will periodically start to distribute those. We're using standard distributions of characteristics. So you're going to have one stat that's 80, another that's 70, two that are 60, three that are 50, and one that is 40. Skills are the same thing. We're going to use a standard array, but over the course of the life path events, you're going to be told when you can add new character values, right? So you're starting completely fresh, nothing's assigned, and just do what the table tells you, and we'll get there. By the end of this, you're going to have 8 occupational skills. You're going to have 4 non-occupational skills, and you're going to have a credit rating. So you're going to have, and credit rating is basically a skill. It's treated like a skill. So, and that's what you'll have. And then we'll do all sorts of calculations about HP and SAN and stuff like that at the very, very end. So if you all could open up that character creation document up on Foundry, we're going to start actually by rolling for luck. So if everyone wants to go, it's 3d6 times 5. I put a little button underneath the origins section of the journal. If you just want to click that, and we'll see who is the luckiest person here. Now, luck, by the way, is going to be a resource. You're going to be able to spend stuff. You're not necessarily going to feel like if you got a low luck score, it's fine. You'll have time over the course of the campaign to replenish it, and you're going to be able to expend it. We're going to use the rule where you can expend it to potentially pass on things. All right. Anyone? Let's see. I've got a 65. Jeremy rolled 65, luckiest. Chuck, I see you got 55. Melissa twice has got 45.
Yes, I read that. I put it in the sheet and then clicked it on the sheet.
Okay.
Hang on. I don't know if that. I think I ever did that when yeah.
I'm a noob. Where's the button?
If you go into the character creation life path journal entry.
Sure. Yep, I got that open.
Go down to origins. That's where we're starting. We're starting basically at origins. There's a little button.
I need to log out and back in.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
So scroll down to the origin step and just
10-4.
You got it right there.
Everybody's rolling on mine. So no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all
not
roll as
letting me
Melissa.
choose a person to log in as.
Let's see.
The last one was mine.
Okay.
Yeah, you were one of the luckiest.
All right. So looks like Matt's got 65 as well, and looks like Adam's got 50, I think. All right.
Looks
now,
like it, yeah.
So one of the things I'm going to say is, so in the game, in normal like Call of Cthulhu, like we're going to play with the rule where if you fail a test, you can spend luck to, to meet the difference. We're gonna use that rule during character creation. So at any point throughout the game, where if you're asked to make a test, and you probably will at some point to make a skill test or make a characteristics test, you can expend luck to close the distance. You can't do it on sanity, but you can do it on characteristics or skills. However, what this means is that your starting luck score will be very low when we start our first session. So just keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing we do. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do nationality. So this is your country of origin. So that's the next step here. This is pretty simple. What I'm going to do is so that you guys all have the opportunity to have some choices. You don't necessarily have to roll once, but on most D100 tables, I'll let you roll 3 times and pick which one you like. And then the first roll for nationality will give you kind of like an area, a general territorial area like East Asia and Pacific or Southeast Asia or something like that. And then each one of those has a subtable that makes it more specific. So why don't we, do we want to do this like one at a time to make this easier? Adam, I think went first. I just saw Adam go.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Okay. Chuck playing the role of Adam is going to go first so we can walk through this. So Chuck, what are the numbers you got?
Lowest was 17, which is South America.
Okay.
Next up was 40, which is Central Asia.
Okay.
And the last one was 66, which is East Asia and Pacific.
Okay. Of those 3, do any of those stand out to you as something you might want to do?
I think I think I need to go Central Asia.
Okay. Go ahead and then roll the subtable for that to pick the country.
Yeah, it's a D8 4.
Where do you find these tables?
In the book, the character creation PDF, one of the 3 PDFs that Jeff gave.
Oh, in the PDF. Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan.
Okay, that's where I'm from.
Okay. So go ahead in your backstory sheet, put that down. That's where you're from. Okay.
Okay.
So why don't we go? Let's see, Melissa. Why don't you just go next really fast? Again, you can roll 3 times. Just roll 3D on hundreds. See your choices. So.
All right. So my lowest is a 37, and 37 is Central Asia. So I will probably skip that one for lack of repetition. Next is 54, which is Near East
In Africa.
Africa.
And what's the last one?
And then 70 is East Asia and Pacific.
Okay. So then between Near East and Africa and East Asia and Pacific, which one?
I'll go.
I should have gone with Melissa last. I can tell you stories about her decision making. It is, it is rough. It's rough.
I'll go East Asia Pacific.
Okay, go ahead and roll your D20. So general rule of thumb, I'm going to say is a D100. You can roll 3 times. Take whichever one you like. D20s, most of the time I'll say you can probably roll twice, take the best. If it's anything lower than that, just roll and you take what you get. So that's sort of the basic rule of thumb. Matt, you want to go ahead and give that a roll as well?
Heck yeah.
Go for it. And then once Matt's pop up in the chat, Jeremy, you can go, just so we can kind of keep track of making sure we all know. Because all of you are, for some reason, rolling on Melissa's character sheet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
So I rolled 79 and 77, which I think are the same tables, East Asia and Pacific.
Okay.
And then a 19.
19 puts you at South America.
Ooh, let's try South America.
It's a D12.
12.
I ended up being from Tibet, by the way.
Very nice.
Chile. I'm Chilean.
Okay. Very nice. Jeremy, what are your
Okay.
choices? What you got?
Let's see. We have. Okay, so 76 puts me
East Asia and Pacific again.
East Asia. 86 puts me
Southeast Asia. Yeah.
And then 8 puts me as the token North America.
Nice.
You could be Canadian too. That's the fun part.
I'm gonna roll for it.
All right.
I'm gonna go for North America.
All right. It's
It's
D10.
D10. All right.
Oh boy. Only a 10% chance to be Canadian.
Hey, look at you.
What'd you get?
So I'm non-continental. No, is that right?
Wait, so you have to roll twice.
Oh, no.
What's the
Oh, I
what,
see.
You rolled a 6 for your US.
Okay, so
and now roll a D6.
It's now D6.
Yeah.
So where from the US am I?
Exactly.
I am from the Northeast.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Okay.
And then
Dude, you can have a transatlantic accent.
there you go. Adam,
I need to
you
practice that.
are next, sir. If you want to go
All
ahead and
right.
do yours.
So we've got 24, 43, and 8.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to find that on the table here.
Ooh,
Right.
8's North America.
24 is South America. And what was the other one? 24, 8, and what else?
43.
43.
43 is Near East and Africa.
Ooh, let's do that one.
Okay. Roll another D8.
Up, it rolled 2. 6 and 5. So the first one would have been 6.
Okay. So 6 would be Central Africa, 5 would be West Africa.
Let's go west.
Okay. And then you get to roll another d12 to figure out which specific country.
Okay. 12.
Sierra Leone.
I need to do some research.
Okay. Yeah, probably a little bit. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So then, now that we've got that out of the way, next up we have Ancestry. So what Ancestry basically determines is like, so this is sort of your like where you're from is one thing. Like your country of origin doesn't necessarily mean that you're necessary. Like you could be a transplant, you could be dual national, you could be native, or you could be a minority. So like that's what the Ancestry table is. So with this one, I'm just going to tell you, pick what you want. If you want to roll randomly, go for it. But if you just want to pick something, I'm cool with that too. So however you want to handle it.
I'm going to roll random.
Mud Puppy, it certainly could be. Geography is quite literally one of my worst subjects, so it might not exist. 1923, so who knows? But yeah, if you want to pick one, that's cool. If not, whatever. You can roll randomly. Dual national and transplant does require you to roll again on the country of origin. So that like, where are you dual national citizenship from, or where are you a transplant from? But the other two, no.
I am going to be a transplant. Ooh. This makes sense. It's good. From I click buttons.
Mm-hmm. And again, if you want to pick where you're a transplant from, I'm totally fine with that. Like, so.
A transplant from Western Russia.
Okay. Which sort of
Because
sense?
Tajikistan was in the USSR, so okay.
It was perfect because Chuck, you could do a Russian accent. This is perfect for you, buddy.
That's one of the few I can do. Yeah.
It's a match made in heaven right there. Okay. Anybody have any other? So in terms of Ancestry, everyone have something they're figured out with?
I'm native.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam, you're a native of Sierra Leone. Fantastic. Yes. I love it. Jeremy?
I'm a native of Tibet.
Well,
it's a native
I
of
got
Tibet.
dual national, except one of my parents is from Lovecraft country.
Oh, wow.
I have one of my parents is from Innsmouth.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
That is so good. You're from the Northeast.
I'm from the Northeast.
And
one of my parents is from Innsmouth.
Jeremy, this is all coming together. It's perfect.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Matt, what did you end up with?
Native.
Okay.
From Chile.
Native of Chile. So we have a native of Chile. We have a native of Tibet, transplant, and we've got native of Sierra Leone. This is fantastic. Okay. Next table, it's a D12, and you roll and you get what you get. This one is this is determine your social status, and it probably will determine your credit rating as well, but not necessarily. So just roll a D12 one time. You get what you get.
I am poor.
Ooh, I got 12.
Oh my! You're a noble.
Wow, Russian nobility.
Yes.
Russian nobility.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So Chuck, you were born to nobility. Roll a die, high or low, to determine whether you inherited a title or not.
Okay, I'm going to roll a percentile, and I'm going to say high.
Okay.
High is inherited a title. Yeah.
Okay, so you inherited
Sounds
a title.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't rolled yet. I'm just making sure it's in my head.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I did not get a title.
Okay, so you don't have a specific title, but you are nobility. Roll another D12, and let me know what you get.
4.
Okay, so you're comfortably wealthy. So it doesn't look like as though you have a significant amount. You were born in relative comfort, so but you're not extremely wealthy, unfortunately. But you're good. But you get to assign. This is the first time we've done this. So Chuck, you're going to be able to assign the occupational skill value. Hang on one second. Let me read this. Okay, you may assign the occupational skill value of your choice to credit rating. So if you look on your look on your backstory sheet, up towards the top, you'll see occupational skill values, right? And you see all those.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You get to pick one of those. Higher is better. And this is your first skill assignment. So credit rating is a skill.
I want to go 60.
Okay, so then go over into Foundry, drag credit rating onto your sheet from the items menu, and change it to a 60.
Nice.
Me, on the other hand, being poor, I have my lowest. So I have 40 for my credit rating.
Okay, and then both of you make sure to cross out on the backstory sheet that number. So Melissa cross out 40. Chuck, just clicking on it should put like a cross through it. So
It does.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Matt, what'd you end up with?
Comfortable.
Very nice. Very nice. It doesn't look like you have to, with comfortable, you don't have to assign your credit value rate, so you can wait till later to do it. Jeremy, what'd you get?
Comfortable.
Same thing for you. Adam?
Same, comfortable.
All right. So towards the end of this, there'll be a time when you can start assigning skill values if you haven't assigned them yet. So you'll be able to do it later. You don't have to do it just yet. Okay. Next up, we get to do place of birth. Place of birth it's still within your country of origin, but it's specifically like where were you born? In a hospital, in a field, in a forest, in an empty house.
I really want to roll between 97 and 100.
So it's
in another dimension.
It's a D100 table. So again, you can roll 3 times. Actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is a D100 table. You can roll 3 times and take which one you want. With 5 of you, that means there's 15 chances to get 97 to 99.
How many
Yes!
times do we roll?
You can roll.
Oh my God!
Adam, you can roll up to 3 times and take the one you like.
Okay.
So I rolled once and I'm going with it. So I was born in the bedroom of my family's home.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yes, Jeremy, you look super excited.
I was born in the lair of a cult.
So great.
Oh my God.
Okay. So Jeremy, before we move on to other people, you have to roll on a new table 17I, to figure out what cult it was. So if you look at the bookmarks, like you can just go to chapter 17. So 17I, or I can do it too if you want me to help out.
Okay. Yeah, that would be helpful.
Okay, so just stay where you're at then on it, and I'll just tell you what you get. So 17I is a D20 table. So you can roll twice, and I'll give you 2 options, and you can pick what you like.
Okay. So I've got come on now, 18 or a 9.
So an 18 is a witch cult, a female order dedicated to the worship of Azathoth, the nuclear chaos.
Okay.
And then the other one was a 9. Cult of the Bloody Tongue, worshippers of Nyarlathotep and its avatar of the Bloody Tongue.
Oh man, that's really tough. I love Nyarlathotep. I think Bloody Tongue.
Okay, go ahead. You were born in the lair of the cult of the Bloody Tongue.
Wow,
that is insane. Okay,
you were born into all of this stuff.
All right,
amazing.
Adam, what'd you end up getting?
I was born in a brothel.
Very nice. I love it. And Matt, what'd you get?
A prison hospital.
Okay. And then Chuck?
In the attic of my family's home.
Aw. Must be very cold up there.
It was.
Is that hereditary?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Okay. Next up we have birth events. If you guys go to the character so on that character creation, my character creation handout, there is you get to figure out how many birth events you have. It's 1d3 minus 1, unless somebody is from Lovecraft country. So Jeremy, because you don't you have people from Lovecraft country?
Yeah.
So you get to roll 1d3 plus 1 events, whereas everybody else rolls 1d3 minus 1. So go ahead and click that button first.
I got a 0.
So Melissa, this is my little rule, my little special rule. If you want to burn 10 luck points, you can have a birth event.
I'm starting with 45 luck. I'm not particularly lucky.
If you want to spend 10, you can have a birth event. If you don't, that's fine.
I'll wait.
Okay. Luck does come back over the course of a campaign. So like, this is the
Yeah,
only
I'm just saying
time.
we have a
just
lot
saying,
more roles.
This is
to
the
do.
only time you can ever have a birth event.
Okay.
You will never get
okay.
another chance to have a birth event.
I will spend 10 and have a birth event and see what horrors come to my character as a result of this decision.
Okay, so then what you guys can do, you can roll. So you can roll 3 times on the birth event table, and then take as many events as you just rolled. So you can roll 3 times, and if you rolled saying that you should get 2 events, pick 2 of those 3. If you got 1 event like Melissa, you can still roll 3 times, but you can only pick 1 to keep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, and then Jeremy,
4.
you get 4, so you can just roll 4, but you take whichever 4 you get.
Yep.
Now you should fully resolve 1 event before you move on to the next. But narratively, you can put them in any order you want. So does anybody want?
Okay.
So like everyone can kind of do it on their own, but like let's just do 1 to get. I'll like who wants to do this with me so that like we can show the stream how to do it.
Twin.
Okay, so Melissa, you are a twin. So what number did you roll?
35.
Okay, so twins, you are part of a set of twins. So roll high or low to determine whether you're identical or fraternal.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D100 and I'm picking high, so like identical would be low, fraternal would be high.
Cool.
96.
So you're a fraternal twin.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So I do not roll on the sibling when prompted.
You already know that you have a sibling thing. We'll worry about that later. Okay. Adam, how you doing?
So I have 3 choices, and I get to keep 2.
Mhm.
One is mysterious inheritance. The other is born lucky, and the last one is physically fit.
Okay.
So I normally a lot of the characters I play tend to be on the physically fit side, so I'm going to choose the other 2.
Okay.
I'm going to choose born lucky, which let's see, where I gain 20 luck points.
Okay. So add 20 luck points to your score right now.
And then is that like permanent luck points or temporary?
It's temporary. So like luck is a resource in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be times when you'll make a luck check, and so you want to roll equal to or under, and there'll be other times when you'll fail a roll and you can burn luck points to okay, but they replenish over time. So we're gonna
there is no maximum luck points then.
I think max is 99. I think it's where it maxes out.
All right. So yeah, but I didn't know if it was like a stat where like one player has 30 max where another player has 50 max or cool. So yeah, I'll take that, born lucky.
And the mysterious inheritance, right?
Mysterious inheritance.
So let's walk through this one because this one's going to have some new stuff to it. So mysterious inheritance, you are granted an inheritance by a mysterious stranger at birth. So roll a D4.
Okay. And we have a 2.
Okay. So you got a small fortune. So right now you should assign your highest or second highest occupational skill value to your credit rating.
How do we do that?
Okay, so in the PDF for your backstory sheet, at the very top, you should see unassigned occupation skill values.
Yes.
So you haven't assigned anything yet, right?
Nope.
So then you would be assigning either a 70 or a 60 to credit rating. So higher is better. Just means you're richer. You have access to more funds.
Let's do 60.
Okay, so then back on Foundry, you can drag credit rating from the items menu onto your sheet. Or I can do it for you if I can find your sheet. And then you'll put your 60 into there.
Okay, I found it.
Got it? Okay. And so just change that to a 60. And then over on your backstory sheet, just mark one of the 60s so you won't be able to.
Yep.
Okay. And
I did that.
And then
I've already given myself the luck point.
Okay. And that should be it.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah. You just got money. You got a lot of money from mysterious inheritance. And obviously you can flavor that mysterious inheritance however you like. Chuck, what'd you end up with?
I got muted. That's what I got first. But no, I got for my 2 events, death in the family. Another member of my family died the day I was born.
Oh dear.
I was born in an attic. I'm gonna go with mother. That's the easy one to hit.
That's dark. Okay.
Yeah. But the fun thing I got is I am an heir to wizards.
What?
Yes.
What number is this?
This is, what number is that? 68.
68.
Rasputin's your father.
You are the
It could be.
You are the heir to a long line of sorcerers. Your current family may be wizards themselves, have relatives who practice witchcraft, or have other such individuals in their family tree.
So
Lucky.
I rolled for my 3 rolls, the death in the family. I got that. But then I rolled 68 and 69.
Mhm.
Nice. And 69 is marked by the great old ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to be
That's
a
specifically the
wizard.
mythos,
Yeah. Okay, that's so good. I love that. Matt, what did you end up with?
Bad omen. Born under a bad omen.
I don't know. Okay.
It's like animals dying, things like that. I said it rained frogs.
Oh, very cool.
When I was born.
Very cool.
All right.
Okay. And then Jeremy, you're probably still working on it because you have 1,000.
I'll tell you the first 2 that I have so far. It's great. So first of all, I was born with an inhuman look. I have the handout of Innsmouth look.
Yeah.
And my second one, I was abducted by another cult at birth.
Oh my gosh.
So I was born in the layer of the cult of the bloody tongue. But then I was abducted by the cult of CTHULHU.
Oh my gosh. Why is it Jeremy always gets these characters? It's always Jeremy.
I don't know.
It's insane. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So so there are handouts that sometimes you can get. Jeremy got one. When they pop up, I'll let you guys know. But essentially, it's like a card. We have it as a Foundry handout, and it'll give you some like fun little things, and you could potentially cash it in during character creation, or you can hold it to the end sometimes and gain some benefits. Each card will tell you something different. So he just grabbed that one. Okay. So other than Jeremy, is everybody ready to move on to the next step?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So birth events was the last of the origins phase. So this is basically everything that happened effectively at your birth or around your birth. Okay. So we've gone ahead and everyone's got a nationality. Everyone figured out their ancestry. We got social status and your birth. You have luck score, etc. Now we move into childhood. Childhood is on page 16 of the PDF. And if you just keep scrolling down again, I just kind of I try to just take notes along the way to make it a little bit easier. So childhood spans the first 12 years of your life. And this is where you get to determine details about your family, your siblings, and you also get to roll more events, but it's going to be specific to those 12 years. So these are the events that happened between the age of 1 and the age of 12 or something like that. So the first thing you do is you're going to roll a d20 on the family structure table. You can roll twice and take whichever you prefer. What this is going to do is this determines essentially who was responsible for raising you. It's going to give you an NPC or multiple NPCs. So it's just who ended up raising you. So go ahead and roll and call it out when you've got something.
I got mine. Both of my roles were 2 parents. So despite my mother dying, I was raised by 2 parents because my father married her sister.
There you go. Fantastic. You also are going to get to roll. So I'm going to show how to do this with Chuck. So you're going to roll distinguishing features for those particular people. So you have 2 parents. So you just said your father and then like your stepmother. Yeah. So distinguishing features is another D20 table. And so what you're doing now is you're getting a detail about them. So roll once for each person. Roll D20 for your dad and roll D20 for your stepmom.
So my dad's an 8. Oh, he was in the military. That means I get to roll on branch of service.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so many tables.
Yeah, there are so many.
I'm going to come back to that.
Okay.
I'll lose track. And then 14. My stepmother aunt has unusual features.
Okay. Roll high-low to determine whether the individual is closely associated with an exotic taste or possesses an uncommon feature.
Okay. So high is exotic, low is uncommon.
Okay.
Low, uncommon.
All right. So then you stay where you're at and I'll help you out. So you're going to roll for what kind of uncommon features she might have. So roll 2d10 and I'll tell you what you get.
9 together, a 2 and a 7.
2 and 7. Okay, she's hunchback.
Okay.
Okay, and then you said you've got your dad was in the military.
Yeah.
Roll a d4.
2.
Your dad was in the Navy. Roll a d3.
3.
Specifically, he was a mechanic / engineer in the Navy. And now, Chuck, that means under potential occupations on your backstory sheet in the upper right, you get to put down mechanic as one of your potential occupations.
Okay.
We'll cover that later, but like
Cool.
along the way, you can accrue some of these. All right. Cool. Matt, how you doing with yours?
I'm going to multiple tables here. So my mother has a mental problem.
Okay.
And mental illness. I'm rolling on that table. I rolled mental condition, which means I now need to go down to 13C.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll roll that. Multiple personalities.
Oh dear.
Roll high or low to determine whether you have 1d6 additional personalities or a single multiple personality.
Oh gosh.
Let's see. Let's say high.
Okay.
I have a single multiple personality.
Okay.
Wow.
So you basically have 2 personalities. Is that what it is?
I guess.
I think that's what it is. You have 1d6 additional,
which I gained because my mother had multiple personalities.
It's genetic somehow. And then you can also put a tag PM next to that. We'll worry about that later. But that's just like a tag. Okay.
I may assign any characteristic value to POW to reflect the results of my condition. I guess so when I get to do that portion of it, I can make my POW whatever I want.
You do it right now. So you basically you do it right now. So you pick one of your characteristics that you want and put it into POW. And remember, for those of you who are a little newer, POW and sanity are directly connected. POW also deals with magic points and things like that as well.
I'm just gonna leave it right now. It says like I may, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not too sure at this point.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Did you have something for your dad?
My father was a hobbyist, so I got to go to another table for that. 19B.
Probably get a possible profession from this.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
19B. There we go. It's a D100, so you have to roll this 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do we got?
Yeah, this one also might give you a skill. A lot of things that can come up on these hobbies ones. Edie, yes, I have looked at Mask of Nyarlathotep. Matt,
we're gonna get back to it in 2023. We are getting back to Mask of Nyarlathotep. We're gonna continue it. You can go to Garb Like Games. You can watch the first 2 chapters.
Yeah, we've done. We did the prologue, Peru, and we've done New York. I am a player in that one, so Matt runs it. Jeremy, you weren't in Mask yet, right?
He will be.
He will be though. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm gonna take locksmithing.
Okay.
Which record locksmith as a non-occupational skill.
So what that means is take locksmithing. Okay. So drag it over from the items menu. And then since it's a non-occupational skill, just add 20 to it. So whatever the starting value is of locksmith is, add 20 to it, and then mark off one of your non-occupational skills.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, we just lost Matt. Adam, how you doing?
All right. So I got 2 choices. I either have a guardian godparent.
Okay.
Or I have a single parent who is a professional.
So professional, what that'll mean is that you'll more than likely you're going to roll on a profession table to figure out what type of profession they are, and that's going to potentially be an occupation you might inherit. So do you have are those are you keeping both of those, or are you picking between the 2 of them?
Yeah, I mean, I have to pick between the 2 of them, don't I? I mean,
yeah,
like, because that's so.
Yeah.
the godparent is more of a story thing. The professional allows me to have an option for another profession.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You'll have other options for professions too. This isn't the only time it can happen.
I think it's more interesting if I have the guardian godparent.
Okay, so go ahead. Go with the godparent.
Yeah,
sounds good. Okay.
I also have a guardian. I have a state guardian.
Oh, okay.
So my let me go back to it again. So yeah, I was raised by one or more persons not biologically related to you, and they were court or state appointed.
Okay. And what was their distinguishing feature?
The other side. So basically, I'm poor, which means that they are rich.
Okay. Okay.
So,
you're like little orphan Annie.
something along those lines, basically. So something I will have to figure out is my fraternal
Melissa's
twin.
An orphan.
If
oh no,
the fraternal twin is with me or not. So I'll decide that as we go.
Okay. Let's see. Jeremy, anything interesting pop up during yours?
Oh my God. Okay. So basically the cult of CTHULHU, they just took over as my guardians. I don't know who my parents are. And a member of the cult was like some ex-infantry member of the army. There were triplets, but only I was taken. And I haven't gone through all my childhood events yet. I did roll that I had 3. One of them was that I had cosmic experiences.
Oh God!
In my childhood.
Oh God! I don't think I got to childhood events with the rest of them, but
we're not there.
Well,
yet.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Chugging through.
That's fine.
Oh my God.
Let's catch everybody else up then. So the next thing you should do, if you haven't already done so, or if you haven't been told not to do this, roll for siblings just to see how many siblings you have. There's nothing you have to do anything special with these. It just figures out exactly how many you have, whether you're an only child or they have multiple siblings, etc. So it's just a D20. Jeremy's character is going to be a hot mess in all the wrong ways. Oh God.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta check out Mastodon more. I got in, but I barely used it. I've been messing with Hive the past few days, so that's great. So I gotta do both. All right.
So
Once everyone's done with siblings, you can move on to childhood events. So just let me know when you're ready for childhood events, so I can help you with that.
Ready?
Okay.
I have one sibling.
Okay. Very nice. So childhood events is just like birth events. You roll 1d3 to determine how many childhood events you have. So go ahead and do that now. And then you roll another really big table and figure out what happened to you.
So 2 of my rolls came up. I only get 1 childhood event. I rolled 3 times on the D100, and 2 of them came up that I'm a child prodigy. So I think I'm a child prodigy.
Okay, you are a little orphan Annie. You're a singer of some kind. Okay.
So I assign my highest remaining characteristic value to intelligence.
Okay.
So I have 80 intelligence.
Very nice. Chuck, how you doing?
good. Looking at my child events, I get 1. Right now, it's either a monster is hiding, or
I get that too.
Was it 92 or 98? 92, I'm indoctrinated, and 98 is a cosmic experience.
Oh my.
You know what? I'm going to go with the monster.
Okay. Which number is that?
That's 70.
74 to 77?
74.
Okay.
74 to 77.
So you become convinced that there's a monster stalking you. So you get to take a handout. So in the handouts folder, which is I think the green one on the desktop screen there is player handout 2, the disturbed. So you now have access to that one. So whatever it says you can do. But you also get to roll a D10 to learn about your fear of the monster. And it tells you where it's hiding. So it's a D10.
That's a 3. It is hiding. Oh no, in the attic.
Where you were born.
Oh
no. Where your mother died. Oh my God. Oh jeez. Oh wow.
Thanks.
Okay. You also can tag that one in your backstory with an ESE tag. we'll worry about that later, but you can tag it there. Okay. And then, go ahead and read that disturbed handout because it'll tell you some extra things. Okay.
Oh, okay.
These handouts.
Adam?
No. Oh my
I am a witness.
Okay.
And I've had cosmic experiences.
Yeah, so many cosmic experiences. All right.
They're the best.
So cosmic experiences has some sub rolling to do. Did you do all that too?
Nope, none of that yet.
All right, let's do that together. So you have a.
I also rolled that cosmic experience.
All right, we'll do. Both of you will do it.
I rolled a 6 for my cosmic experience. So if you're gonna hit that table,
okay,
we might as well both do ours.
Perfect. Adam, go ahead and roll a d6. So cosmic experiences for everybody who's listening. You have a fantastical experience. This may involve discovering a portal to another world or going on a journey in your possibly waking dreams. And you get to roll 1d6 and refer to the result. You said a 2, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
That's a supernatural encounter. So that's so hang tight. I'll help you out. And then Matt, you had another dimension.
6.
Okay.
6, whatever that is. Yeah,
it's another dimension. So I'll start with the other one because it's closer. So it's 29.
Doing some Beastie Boys over there.
Another dimension or Eldritch Horrors. Another dimension sounds cool. Let's go.
Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension.
All right, Adam, roll a d4.
I got a 4.
Okay, your encounter was with an apparition. You encounter some form of spectral apparition, possibly haunting a particular location. Roll a d6 to find out what. So go ahead and roll d6.
Ooh. All right. 5.
Okay. They were an indistinct form. Hang on, wait a second. I can't be right. Yeah, it's just an they're possibly haunting a particular location, but it was an indistinct form. Now, Adam, you get to roll a POW roll. So power. Have you assigned anything to power yet?
No.
You now can do so. So it's up to
I
you.
don't know what power is.
So power is basically sanity. Like it corresponds to what your sanity score will be. And it also
that has to do with magic, right?
It also does magic points as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm desperately wanting to be a magician, so that's going to be my 70.
Okay, so put 70 in POW, cross it off on the sheet,
Mhm.
and then roll a POW check. So roll D100. You want to roll 70 or under?
Got it.
Okay, so you passed. All right, so you're not going to be disturbed, and so then we have to refer to, and so also tag this with ESE.
Do I want to be disturbed?
No.
Oh, okay.
So now we got to go to one more table for you, which is haunted. Oh goodness, there's so many tables. You guys, yours are going so much crazier than mine went when I was practicing this. All right,
here you were planning
Still
for that
not
tamed,
nearly as interesting
simple
as
tamed.
I'm like, I was born in a military hospital. I had an older brother. Adam, roll a d6.
All right, and we've got a 2.
So, as a result of your issues with being haunted, you said a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's habit building. You have developed a lifelong habit of enjoying a particular opiate. Always careful that your enjoyment does not turn into something else. And you may also encourage others to try partaking in it as well. So your encounter, your cosmic encounter with this indeterminate ghost creature led you to doing drugs. So
All right, so let me see if I got this right. I had cosmic experiences with an apparition. It was an indistinct form. I'm now haunted. And because of that, it's habit building for opiates, and I'm a pusher.
that sounds right.
Okay.
Actually, wait, I'm sorry. That was incorrect. You said a roll of 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they had a typo in the previous step because it said 32O and they meant 32P. Okay, so ignore the habit building part.
All right.
Instead, you're haunted. So that means you're righting wrongs. The spirit that you've been encountering requires you to set right some ancient wrong by recovering a particular item. Oh, God. Now we have to go to another table. Hang on. Hang on. So it's going to be a treasure possession. So you get to make a hard... Okay. So let's figure out what the treasured possession is, and then I'll come back to that. Okay, so your treasured possession. Go ahead and roll a d10. Ignore it if it's a 10. And reroll.
4.
Okay, so it's going to be a mundane item. Roll a d100.
56.
All right, so they want you to recover the deed to a piece of property. Oh my God, I have to go to another one for this one. Okay, hang on. Go ahead and roll. Jeez, this is crazy. Go ahead and roll a d20.
7.
A deed to a castle.
Ooh, boy.
Roll high or low.
What do you mean high or low?
Just roll like a 50-50. Yeah, just tell me if you roll high or low. Yeah.
Low.
Okay, it's a small castle. So a deed to a small castle.
Small castle.
Okay.
So I had cosmic experiences with an apparition that was an indistinct form that haunted me. And because of that, I need to right some wrongs and recover the deed to a small castle for my guardian, which is my godparent.
Okay. There's more to this, though, I think. Okay,
boy.
You need to make a hard characteristic or regular skill roll to successfully resolve the spirit's dilemma.
Okay.
And so if you succeed at this, you get a handout and you get to keep the deed. Otherwise, they continue to haunt you and you become you become disturbed. So
Which characteristic?
So yeah, you can choose, or you can choose a skill right now. You can pick a skill right now and put it in there. So it's up to you. Hard characteristic means that you have to roll like equal to half or under. So if you pick POW, for instance, you would, which is 70,
35.
You have 35 or under. So it's up to you.
Or
you could pick a skill, you could pick a new characteristic if you want to right now. And
credit rating?
You could do that. I think you could do that. Yeah. It's a skill.
Which is a skill that's 60 for me.
Yeah. So it's a regular skill roll. So you need a 60 or under.
Okay. I'm going to do the regular skill roll. I got it.
Okay. So now,
even though I'm Melissa.
So now you can go into that handout. So in Foundry, there's that green folder with your handouts. You now get handout 8, the Blessed. And you do in fact have the deed.
Ooh,
okay. Everyone all right? That was a trip. Matt, did you finish yours?
No, I was waiting because this is pretty cool too. We get to go on multiple tables. 17E is the table we're rolling for my eldritch horror that I encountered as a child.
Thank you. Okay, 17E. That's going to be a D12.
12. Yeah. All right. 4.
Fish eyes. A person you know or someone new you meet turns out to not be entirely human. You make, and this is in quotation marks, a friend from Innsmouth.
Jeremy, we know each other.
Jeremy, I think you and Jeremy know each other.
I think we have a connection built in here.
Make a note to
Wonderful.
that. Okay, now
the good news is when I went to the institution, I received appropriate care. I'm all better now.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
You still have the walleyes.
So now, Matt, you get to make a hard characteristic or a regular skill roll. And this could give you some stuff. So do you have, if you can, so anytime it's asking you to do a skill roll or a characteristic roll, you are allowed to assign something right then before you roll it. So if there's something you want to do, you can do that right now.
So I have to commit to that at this point, eh?
Yeah. If you have something already, you can just do that too instead.
All I have locksmith that I gained previously. That's only a 20.
You can do that if you want. It's a regular skill roll, so it'd only be 20 something under. So
yeah.
So in the green handout, I'm not finding the Blessed.
Yeah, 1 second.
It's the yellow handout.
I'm sorry, it's the yellow handout. Okay. My bad.
All right, cool.
My bad.
All right,
Thanks, Chuck.
I don't know. What am I? Sorry.
It's all right.
I have 93 luck now.
That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
You're so
Can I roll
lucky.
luck or no?
I have 93 luck.
No, not yet. Eventually, you might have to roll luck on this, but I think it's characteristic or skill, and I don't think so. Characteristics is either strength, dex, etc., and luck doesn't count.
All right, well, let's roll. I'll put a 50 in POW, I guess, or I'll POW.
Okay, so it's a hard characteristic roll though, so it's still going to be 25 or under if you do that. Or it's regular skill. So you either commit a skill and do it regularly, or you commit a hard characteristic.
Skill and do it regularly. So can I put points into skill at this point? Or
yes.
No?
Anytime it tells you to make a roll, you can actually choose and voluntarily pick a skill right now. You can just pick a skill.
How many points do we have for each skill?
So on your backstory sheet, there's the array at the top. And so like you can see that for occupational skill values, there's 40, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50, 60, 60, and 70. So we're doing the arrays, so you don't like individually assign points.
Let me quickly assign one here.
Okay.
All right, and this is just a regular skill roll?
Regular skill roll.
So let me mark off my sheet that I took one of my things. I'll lock the character sheet and roll. Pass.
Okay, pass. So on a success, whether because of your actions or because they over-imbibed, this fish-eyed person shared forbidden knowledge. Matt, you can gain plus 5% in Cthulhu mythos.
Oh, that's really good.
You also know that means it decreases your sanity, right? I think it might automatically do that. Okay, yeah. So your max sanity is decreased. Okay.
For anybody here who hasn't played Call of Cthulhu, it's really hard to get Cthulhu Mythos.
It's very hard.
Score up. Like, it's near impossible.
I'm just telling you about the people that raised me.
Okay, so then let's see. On a fail, give you anything. Okay, so then regardless of the result, make a luck roll. So now you have to make another. So make a luck roll.
Okay. Where's my luck? Whatever, I'll just roll a D100. I have 65 luck.
Okay.
Pass.
All right. You're good. Okay. So you don't get anything. Okay. If you failed, you would have also gained the Innsmouth luck. And that's why.
No.
And that's why Jeremy took an interest in you. Okay, but no, because you passed, you do not take that. Okay.
All right, my fishy friend.
That was exciting. Whew. It's a journey just doing those two. Oh my goodness. I forgot where we were. Melissa, Chuck, Jeremy, how are you guys doing with your events?
We actually didn't do one more of mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. Let's go back then. Let's finish that off.
Witness.
So this was a childhood event, correct?
Yeah.
Which number do you remember?
11, I think it was. Witness. It's definitely called the Witness. I'm trying to get back there.
Okay. Because you did siblings.
Can I get a witness?
Looking for it. I don't see the witness. Am I blind?
Yeah, sorry, I had the wrong number. 90.
90.
Not
Okay.
11, 90.
Okay, we got another one. Refer to
32A.
13 Impossible Escape on table 32A special events. All right, so let's go 32A. So refer to 13. Okay, Impossible Escape. You witness someone escape certain death. This might be the result of a car accident, a building collapse, or an otherwise fatal injury. Adam, go ahead and make a POW roll.
Success.
Okay.
Regular with 1 star.
Okay. On a success, you befriend the individual, and we get to roll on a different chart for you now. Roll a D100.
$44.
The person is an ideologue, someone known for a particular belief. And so we get to roll on ideology and beliefs, which is 10A. We are all over the place with you. So they are an ideologue. Go ahead and roll 2D12.
Okay. 10 or 1 and 9?
That's fine. So they are some sort of like love-based ideologue. They are romantic, a true believer in the motto that love conquers all.
So they know their Lovecraft.
There you go. That is just one of pretty much an unending number of puns and wordplay that you'll be hearing from Adam when we begin the proper campaign of this, probably in January. Okay. All right. Chuck, how are you looking? It's been a while since we checked in with you. How are you doing?
I'm good. What did I do? I got my childhood events out of the way.
Okay. Want to give us a quick summation?
Yeah. There's a monster hiding in my
Oh,
eye.
that's right. I remember. Okay.
Yeah, and I took the Disturbed handout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a couple people are going to get that. Melissa, did we get one for you?
Yeah, so well, like an interestingly non-interesting character.
Yeah.
So I have one childhood event, and I am a childhood prodigy. But my sub-role off of that is I am a bibliophile, so I get library use as a non-occupational skill.
So non-occupational means you drag the skill onto your sheet and then add 20 to whatever the default, like the base number is. Okay. So when you make something an occupational skill, you just replace the value. When you make it a non-occupational, you add 20 to it. Library use is a very useful skill in Call of Cthulhu, specifically in Horror on the Orient Express. You all will be visiting several libraries throughout the wonderful continent of Europe. It'll be wonderful. Okay. Jeremy, let's check in with you. How'd your events go? Anything interesting to report?
So, I had a monster also haunting me in the bathroom.
Oh, God.
So that disturbed me. And then I also had a cosmic experience of I met a vampire when I was a little kid.
Oh, God.
So then I got double disturbed. And if you get two things that disturb, you get institutionalized.
You do.
So while I was still a child, I was institutionalized. But fortunately, I got appropriate care. So I'm all better.
You weren't joking. That actually was a thing that you got appropriate care.
That is amazing.
It is.
That is amazing.
And then I still cling to my childhood toy that I held on to during all of that.
Aw. What is it?
I'm trying to think. Maybe it's like a little bunny, just like a little stuffed bunny or something, like some random thing.
Okay.
That was like the one nice thing that he had as a kid. And that's what gave me, on top of an earlier thing that was, there was a birth event. I was born lucky as one of my birth events. And then also I have this lucky charm of a little bunny rabbit that he still holds on to.
Okay. All right. I think we're all done with events then, childhood events. We're ready to move on to adulthood, or adolescence, I should say.
We got to do religious beliefs.
That's adolescence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what adolescence is. So we're on page 21 now. Adolescence. We start this. This is where you kind of determine your religion. This is your teen years, 13 to 19. And you also will get additional events. So let's start with religion. What did I say?
I went ahead on this, and I am a zealot about being agnostic.
Oh, very nice. So
that's what I rolled.
So go ahead and everyone roll a D20. Again, you can roll two, take whichever one you prefer. Religion is relative to where you're from, right? So it's not so if it's like an adopted religion or minority religion, it could be it's in your country or your birth. So there's not like it's giving you a full list.
I belong to a minority religion, and I'm a casual practitioner.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And you all can obviously figure out what those particular religions are later. You don't necessarily have to get them all right now.
Okay. I adopted the beliefs of the cult that raised me, but I'm casual about it. I keep it private. I'm not trying to push it on to anybody else.
Because you don't want to be reinstitutionalized. You have to keep it on the down low, right?
Yeah.
They might bring you back in. So is it the bloody tongue? You're
No, I was kidnapped from the bloody tongue by the cult of CTHULHU.
Oh, that's right. So you're just a casual. Jesus, it's crazy, Jeremy. Chuck, what'd you end up with?
I got minority religion.
Okay.
And I am fervent.
Oh, okay. So you actively seek to promote and spread your faith or beliefs.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Adam, what'd you end up with?
I have my adopted religion, and I'm trying to figure out how much I believe in it.
It's a D12.
am fervent.
Okay. You also are going to be trying to spread the word, spread the faith. Okay. So that's the religion part of this. Then we move into adolescent events again. It's a D3. That's how many you get. And more D100s for this. Whew.
I rolled ahead on this one. So I got a chance to be part of something. Oh. And I've got the invitation handout.
Oh my. Okay. All right. So let me see. So the invitation handout. Did you look at the handout already?
I'm just reading the handout right now.
So
I get that.
Okay, so for folks that are listening or watching, so there's these different handouts, and they're like tarot cards basically, and they have they look really cool, and they have all these different explanations, and there's different ways they could be potentially used. So all of them, like there's something that happens sometimes that you can take advantage of. Sometimes it's a disadvantage. Sometimes it's a condition or an opportunity of some kind. So the invitation says, never open the door to a lesser evil, for other and greater ones invariably slink in after it. So Matt, you possess an offer or invitation, perhaps to join an expedition to faraway lands or to join a secretive government agency struggling against forces unseen. Record the name of the event through which you received this handout. So that was chance. What was that again? That was a chance meeting. What was it?
It was. Where's my PDF? Chance to be part of something.
So record that. That's associated with the invitation, as well as the table or chapter to which you are referred. So whatever it sends you. So whenever you're instructed to roll on adolescent events, education events, occupational events, family events, or adulthood events, you can instead discard this handout to refer to whatever table or chapter you recorded in connection with this handout. So it's just it's basically you can basically choose wherever you're going with this invitation as opposed to taking something random. Okay. So,
and I succeeded my POW roll. Otherwise, I have to take the disturbed handout also.
Excellent. All right. So a chance to be part of something. So yeah, a chance to be part of something great. It's a chance encounter with a professor of medieval metaphysics is this the one?
That's the one, yeah, 91.
Into a part-time position as a research assistant. Your interest in the field and your unique insights impress the professor. The professor extends you an invitation for when you come of age to join them on an expedition. This would refer you to Chapter 26 expeditions. So whenever the next time we do an event, if you have another one of these, adolescent, or if you do an adulthood event or an occupational event, instead of doing that event, you can go on the expedition, is basically what it is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So when you're ready to hand that in, we'll check out the expeditions.
Sounds good.
Okay. Adam, how's it going?
It's going well. I got 3 events.
Nice.
And my first one was an unusual object, which I did roll a friend of cats.
That is a card as well. So keep an eye on that card.
So whenever I make a characteristic or skill roll, I may choose to use a bonus die. If a roll fails, however, I must discard this handout.
Okay. So a bonus die basically just means an extra D10 along with the D100 roll.
Nice. So if I'm successful, I keep it. Yeah, I think that's just about it. So then I got a physical injury.
Oh, boy. So the other thing with the cats, additionally, while you possess this handout, if you're instructed to roll on childhood events, adolescent events, or adult events, you may elect to instead discard this handout and refer to the Dreamlands chapter instead.
Oh.
Note that should you ever cause harm to a cat, intentionally or otherwise, you must discard this handout. So, okay.
Yeah. Dreamlands sounds really cool, but I think I'll keep it. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you have some time still. You don't have to necessarily do it yet.
Yeah.
We still have adulthood to do. So you have you can finish your adolescence first, and you can make a choice. Maybe in adulthood you hand it in, maybe you don't. Okay. So you said you had an injury as well?
Yep. I am the injured.
Oh boy. Okay. You said you had 3. Did you have a third one?
Yep, and I'm also inked.
Oh.
So I don't know what table to roll on for the injuries.
Okay, so do you remember the number for injuries? Like what would you roll to get it?
74.
74. Okay, so I get you. I'll get you. It's 12B. So go ahead and roll a D20.
10.
You have an injured liver.
Oh, fun.
Your liver is damaged. You avoid consuming alcohol and experience other detrimental effects. This is also tagged as IS as well. And that is that.
Avoid consuming alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Chuck, what are you up to?
Yes.
I'm
I'm
also
rolling a
inked.
bunch of dice.
Okay. What was that?
I'm also inked.
Oh, sorry. Inked. 1 sec, Chuck. So inked. Do you remember the number for that?
78 through 79.
So that means you're going to have to go to. Okay, so inked, you get a tattoo. This might have been your own choice, the result of peer pressure, or the product of more overt coercion. You can choose or roll on table 31B signs and table 31A colors to learn what tattoos look like. So let me turn you
Let's
to.
just roll.
All right, so
It was forced. Let's say that.
okay, so 31A. So roll a D20,
19.
and then roll another one for signs.
Okay. 5.
It is a silver hand.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. All right, Chuck, let's come back to you.
Yes.
What you got, man?
I am so I got 2 events for Adolescence: cultural exchange. And the country I got was America in the Southwest.
Hey, I live in the Southwest. Hey,
Nice.
look at that.
And then the other one I got was specialized schooling, where I was sent to England. And right now I'm looking up table 18B12.
Okay.
Which is on page 74 to figure out what the heck I was doing there.
Okay. Other occupations. Yeah.
Other occupations.
So it's
I
a
gotta give
D20.
a D20. A 1. I was an acrobat.
Okay. You can also put this on your on your occupational options at the top. So acrobat could be a potential occupation when we get to it. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Just those 2?
Just those 2.
Okay.
Dang, if I would have rolled a 10, I went to England to learn how to be a hobo.
It's a D20, so I usually say D20. You can roll twice and see if you get lucky.
I want to roll again.
Yeah, go for it.
I got a 3. You know what? I'll take big game hunter.
There you go. You went to London to become a big game hunter. That's where they hang out, and then they go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jeremy, what was your cat's name from UVG? Your big game hunter?
Oh God. You're muted.
Mercutio Salvatore Giovanni.
It's so good.
I'll need to come up with a more Russian version of that.
Absolutely.
But you could totally meet him there. He's got to be there at the club.
Yeah.
Where all the big game hunters hang out and smoke
man.
cigars in the club. That's what I'm picturing in my head.
Okay. So Jeremy, while we're talking to you, you got any events to share with us?
Okay, so yeah, we're doing the adolescent events. Things, were a little bit tamer in my adolescence. I also got inked. I have a sprawling spiderweb tattooed all over my body that's silver.
That's hot.
I also got a part-time job as a reporter where I learned some psychology.
Very nice. Very nice.
What for the non-occupational skill? What do you set that at?
Non-occupational, you add 20 to whatever the default value is when you drag it onto your sheet.
Perfect. Thank you.
If any of you are ever given a choice to do an occupational, you replace the default value with whatever you're using in your array. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. You all set then? Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm all good.
All right. Sweet. Let's see. So that means we have done, I think we're done with Adolescence. Everyone's done events for Adolescence. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine were relatively straightforward. I was bequeathed a childhood toy from a mysterious stranger.
That sounds creepy, but okay.
And I have a hideout that is an abandoned building.
I think you actually might be playing Annie. Like, it really feels like yours is turning into Annie. Okay.
It has a little like secret garden vibe to me as well. A little bit too.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Adulthood time. This is on page 26 in the PDF. If you want to turn to that. Just like you're kind of seeing the pattern here, we do a couple things and then we do some events. So adulthood, this is going to be a little bit more specific. So adulthood's from 20 to 29. You're going to have an option once we're done with this first round. If you want to be older than 20, like after this round of adulthood, if you want to be in your 20s, you stop after adulthood. If you want to be in your 30s, you do some more events and stuff like that. If you want to be in your 40s, you do some more events. So it's kind of up to you. But so we're all going to work on our 20s right now. So you're going to determine your education, professional career, this is where we're going to be able to choose occupations and events, and some details about your family. So let's start with education. And by education, we're talking about post-secondary, right? This is college stuff. So it's a D20 table. So again, you can roll twice, take whichever you want. And whichever you pick is going to give you potential occupations. And so you can put those up on your backstory sheet as well. So there's going to be things you could potentially choose from. You might be sent crazy places to do more educational events and adult events as well. So let's just start with the education stuff. Matt, what'd you end up getting? So this is
right now. I got military academy for both my dice rolls, and then after that, I rolled. Oh, what was it? I'm jumping between tables here.
Yeah,
sorry.
No worries. We can come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Melissa, you ready to go?
Just working through it. So I got graduate studies.
Graduate studies. Okay.
So now I'm rolling for educational events.
Graduate studies. What number did you roll?
17, I think.
Okay, so advanced studies. You pursue a graduate program or some other form of like law school or medical school, etc. And then you're rolling on your events table.
Yeah. So educational events. I got part-time job.
Okay.
So you require a part-time job, roll 1d12 or select from the following occupations. I rolled a 1, which means I was a zookeeper.
Okay.
Which means I get science, zoology.
Okay. As an occupational or non-occupational?
You may also record a skill associated with the occupation as a non-occupational skill, or you can record it under potential occupations.
So it's up to you which way you want to go.
I'll take, this is my first potential occupation, so I will take it.
Okay. So you're going to put zoologist as a potential occupation?
I guess zookeeper.
Zookeeper
is the potential occupation. And then, well, I think science zoology is more interesting. So I'll take science zoology.
Okay.
As a non-occupational skill, which means it goes from a 1 to a 21.
So you can do both of those things, by the way. You can put it down as as a potential occupation, and you can take the skill. Okay. Yeah, you can do both. So it's non-occupational. So drag science zoology onto your sheet, add 20 to whatever the default value is, and that's for your start.
Okay. And so then if we go back up to advanced studies, then after you do educational events, then you roll 1d4 twice.
And this will determine 2 more potential occupations for you. So let me know what you get.
I got a 2 and a 4.
So that's 18. So that's law.
Or science.
Or science. Okay, so I'll turn to the page for you.
Let's do science.
So no, you get to do both. You take one.
Roll once on each of the tables. Okay.
So the law one, roll a d6.
5.
Okay, so one of your potential occupations, is a judge.
Okay.
Roll science is a D8.
3.
Scientist. Simple.
That's straightforward.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so that was your education.
Yep.
You got that figured out? Okay.
Yep.
Chuck?
Cool.
Yes.
I always feel
Hi.
like I'm interrupting something terrible with Chuck, whatever I call him. Chuck,
Okay.
you got your education stuff squared out? You want to walk through it?
I'm working through it. So first I got advanced studies.
Same as
Cool,
Melissa. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then off of that, I ended up rolling party foul.
Oh, okay. As your event.
And then off of that, I rolled the night that changed everything.
Okay.
So now I got to go up to table 23B and I get the 98 to 100 soulmate on the love table.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, this is fine. Love
Ooh la
interest
la.
is your soulmate. Yeah. Any future developments that would result in the relationship dissolving would be re-rolled. If I have the handout the disturbed, which I do,
Oh my. Okay.
I discard it.
Well, look at that.
Everything
Nice.
Love
works out.
cured you, Chuck. Oh, that's
It did.
wonderful. That's so great.
But then there's something else I got to do on the party foul thing, and I scrolled way the hell up there.
Okay, I got it. So one memorable evening, right? Or no, the night that changed everything.
Yeah,
So
night that changed everything.
you will always remember this night because it's when you met them, your future soulmate. You figured out who your soulmate was, right? The 23B love.
No, it says I get 23B love, but it
Soulmate.
didn't specify.
You specifically get soulmate on that table.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then you may also refer or roll on table 23A love interests for inspiration as to the individual's identity.
Okay. I'm gonna go do that. 23A.
Are you and your love interest traveling on the Orient Express together?
I
think
think
Oh,
so.
Awesome.
Are you on
Okay.
your honeymoon?
Oh my gosh, I'm on my honeymoon.
Are one of you Chuck's love interest? What?
Love is in the air. 25, 88, 95.
So what did you end up with your identity?
Entity. What is that?
So it's love interest is for inspiration as to your individual's identity. So what did you roll on 23A?
So it's a D100, so I rolled 3 times.
Okay.
So first option's 25. It's coworker.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Then I got 88, which
Body
is
double. What? An
I
apparent duplicate of someone you have met previously, though with their own separate personality and history. That's creepy.
doesn't Melissa have a twin?
Fraternal twin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I have triplets if you want a bug-eyed love interest.
No thanks. 88. Wait, I'm so confused. Love interest.
Yeah.
88 is
Wha-
a parent.
Wait, no, 88 is body double. What's your third number?
Okay. Yes.
I got
95.
95. So your third option is a corporate rep. Someone representing a large and well-financed but highly secretive corporation with an uncertain agenda.
I think that's the most fun story-wise.
Do it. Okay. Okay, so you got your education squared away.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, are you ready to go with education?
Yeah, I rolled 2 6s, so can I use luck to re-roll one of them?
Sure. Yeah, okay. Roll, we'll say, I don't know, we'll just do 10 luck.
Wow, down to 60. All right, and then was a D20?
It is a D20, yeah.
3. So now I've got a 3 and a 6.
Okay, so your 3 is some higher education. Although you did not complete an advanced course of study, you took at least a few university courses which may have inspired your career. And then 6 was military academy.
Let's go with the education events.
Okay, so let's do some higher education.
Some higher, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So write that in. So then we got to go onto your education events table. So go ahead and roll a D100. You can do this 3 times, and I'll give you 3 options.
Okay. we have? Got 59, 20, and 86.
Okay, so 20 is truancy. You often skip classes or entire days of school, and your reasons for doing so are your own. You'd have to make a luck roll to avoid expulsion, and you also can potentially assign your EDU characteristic with this one. What were the other numbers?
59, 20, and 86. So 59 and 86.
59 and 86. Okay, so 59 is stress. The stress of your studies causes you to develop mental health issues, and so you would have to roll on a mental illness table. Or 86 is dating, and so you would refer to the romance chapter. Love is in the air on the Orient Express.
Let's go with 20.
Okay, so 21. All right. Is it the Orient Express or is it the Love Boat? Truancy. Okay, so go ahead and make a luck roll.
All right.
D100, and you got to roll equal to or under your luck.
Got it.
Okay. And now you may assign, you do not have to, but you may assign your lowest remaining characteristic value to your EDU, your characteristic.
Because that was all truant and stuff, I could put it 40.
Yeah, EDU is not like intelligence. It's your formal schooling. So like it's different from intelligence. So
all right. Well, I'll remember that.
Okay. All right. Jeremy.
Wow, I'm having such a hard time choosing where I'm going with this because some really random stuff popped up. So I ended up just being somebody, I didn't really go to school. I was just kind of self-studying. So I did a bunch of part-time jobs, did a little bit of time as a photographer. I'd already done some time as a waiter. But what was really fun is that at the very end of it, it came down to a choice between being a gentleman or a stuntman. And I figure I have that amazing 93 luck. And at some point I just became a stuntman.
Okay. That's brilliant. I love it.
So they would never let me be the actor because of my Innsmouth look, but they could dress me up like the actor and have me do the stunts for them.
Okay. So that's so you rolled that with schooling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That came from what? What did the stuntman one come from?
So that was off of the self-study. You roll once.
Gotcha.
Under one table and another under the other table. So the second table is like the other.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I forgot one thing with Adam. Let me go back really quick. Adam, you get to roll twice. So you're going to get two choices for occupations. So you get to roll twice on. Hang on one sec. In the accompanying. Okay. So let me turn to. All right. So Adam, roll 2d12s. They're separate rolls. Just 2d12s.
12 and 8.
Okay, so let's start with 8. So then for an 8, roll a d10.
Three.
Okay, one of your occupational choices is a missionary.
Okay,
now roll a d20.
$11.
Your other is a sex worker.
What's the difference between the two?
I don't know.
Missionary is just a type.
What? Those are two options you have for your occupation. Talk about it. Talk about some routes. So Jeremy, you've got your occupation choices, right?
Yeah, I'm dragging over skills now.
Okay. Well, no, you don't have to select an occupation yet. This is just giving you choices.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm choosing stuntman.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right.
Can you be named Mike? Stuntman Mike.
Okay.
I was raised by the cult of Sathaga and I became a stuntman.
Okay.
Of course.
So, did everybody get two occupational choices from this step?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I did not.
All right, let's go back. You were military, right?
I'm military, and then my event was behind lock and key. There's something the school does not want students to access, but they hadn't encountered you. Whether through direct or indirect means, you procure something secretly hidden away. Treasure possessions. I got an artifact. I possess the crystal of the elder things.
Oh boy.
And they have charged a professor or hired a private investigator to help get it from me.
Oh my.
But that did not result in any occupational things. Just I possess this crystal of the elder things.
It's back on the schooling table. Like it happens after the events thing. So we're gonna roll. So you get to roll twice from the military occupations table. So this is 18B, number 11. So this is. Hang on one second. So you get to roll twice on table 18B. Number 11. All right, so 18B. Matt, roll 2d8 separate from each other. This is for Matt. Matt, roll 2d8s.
Yeah, I'm Melissa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have. I can't see the rolls.
That's okay. 1 is the first one.
That's a naval sailor. That's one of your military occupations, or one of your occupation options. Sorry.
And 6 is the other.
Soldier / Marine / mercenary. So those are 2 of your potential occupations that you can choose from.
Am I missing that? I got stuff from childhood. What should I have gotten stuff from adulthood?
What education did you get again? What schooling did you have?
I had advanced studies.
Okay, so advanced studies. So then roll 2d4s.
I got lost in the tables.
That's
I got a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, it's very easy to. So you get to choose. You're going to get one from intellectual and from table.
Medicine.
You said 3 medicine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then Chuck, we go to roll a d8 from the intellectual.
7.
All right. Professor. One of your potential occupations is a professor. Okay, so you're hanging out in the Southwest. You might be a professor. Wait a second. This sounds familiar.
Might be Jeff.
I think so.
Can I name my character Jeff?
Yeah. What's the Russian equivalent of Jeff? Jeff. Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff.
What's the medicine table?
Oh yeah, D12. D12 for your medicine option.
4.
Forensic surgeon. That sounds fun. Okay. So everyone now got 2 occupation choices from that, correct?
So we should have.
Yeah.
I have 4 total.
That's
now.
totally fine. It's minimum of 2, and then
Okay.
other things could potentially give you more.
Okay.
All right. So now we get to choose. So this step, Jeremy's already done it. He's the stunt man. This is where you choose your occupation. So you look at your choices that you have, and you go into the actual the book. So that's what the green folder is, and that'll have all of the different occupations. Now, what this will tell you is it'll tell you what your occupational skills are. Now, and it'll also give you a basic description of what it does. You can ignore the skill point stuff that's irrelevant to us. You can ignore the credit rating stuff that's irrelevant to us. Like, it's not required. Like, you don't have to think about it. All that really matters is the skills, and that's really all that matters for us. So, like, for instance, see, Chuck, you just got professor. So I'll just kind of go over that really quick, and then you all can kind of make your choices here. So a professor, for instance, if you were to pick that, they I guess they have skills like library use, other language, so you get another language, your own language, psychology, and then you just get a bunch of different skills that are relative. Like, you can kind of pick different skills from academic stuff. So it could be like science, it could be like arts and crafts for like literature or something like that. Things like that. So if you can justify it. Again, at the end of the day, you end up with 8 occupational skills, your credit rating, and between those 9 things, 8 occupational skills and your credit rating, you assign your array of occupational skill values that's on your backstory sheet.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So for mine, it says, so I'm going scientist.
Okay.
And so it says occupation skill points is EDU times 4.
Ignore that. Ignore it.
Okay.
Ignore occupation skill points. We're doing the standard array. So that's for a different way of making characters.
Okay.
So for you, Melissa, you get any 3 science specializations. So if you look in the items directory of Foundry, you just type in science, you can see your choices. If there's something that you can think of that isn't there, you want to make something else up, we can work with that too. So you would pick 3 of those. Then you would pick library use. Don't pick computer use since we're playing in 1923.
And so if I already had library use from something else, does that like increase it again?
No,
or,
it doesn't.
Like, pick something else.
You get to pick something else, basically.
Got it. Okay.
Is your library use previously when you got library use? Did you get it as an occupational skill, or did you just get it non-occupational, meaning you just added 20 to it?
Non-occupational.
So you should now instead change it to an occupational skill, and then you get that non-occupation choice back.
Okay.
So just replace it with a higher value, essentially, and then you'll still get an extra non-occupation skill later.
And then that's one of the 3 skills that I'm picking, right?
Yep.
Library use plus 2 others. Okay.
Well, they're all listed there. There's 3 science skills, so you're going to pick 3 different science skills. You're going to pick library use. You're going to pick, so you got 3 science skills, library use.
Oh, I see. It's 3 science specializations plus. Okay, got it.
Get everything listed.
I understand the list now.
Okay. All right. Any other questions about your occupation choices?
I don't think so.
So out of all of the ones that we have, we choose one now.
You choose your occupation now.
I'm a sex worker.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back on my educational choice if I can. And I'm gonna cash in my invitation card,
Okay.
which lets me choose one. And I think I'll tie because it was an organization or a professor or something that took me on a trip. I think I'm gonna take 96 recruited, and I'll be part of a secret government agency. That'll be my invitation out of military academy
And
instead.
You also get to go on your actual expedition. So this is its own separate thing. We can do that now.
Sure.
Roll a D4.
4.
You went to Australia. You go in search of a city of black basalt towers referred to in legends as Nakatus. Then we go to, hang on, there's more to this. So then, okay. Okay, so this is like a whole separate thing when you go on an expedition. So stage 1, the journey. Survive the outback. You must survive the harsh environs of the Australian outback while searching for cities buried in sand. So Matt, you have to succeed at a regular anthropology, archaeology, or survival skill test, or a hard contest to be able to proceed to stage 2 of this expedition.
Oh God.
So,
Anthropology, archaeology, or a hard. Sorry, what was it?
Anthropology, archaeology, or survival. Those are your skill choices.
Mm-hmm.
Or a hard contest. The skills are regular, but it does mean that you would be assigning a skill a value.
Right. I'm just drag and dropping them on right now to see what their base scores are. Interesting. All right, let's start assigning some scores here.
So whenever you go to roll something, you can always assign a score. So
okay, let's roll. We want to succeed.
Edie, yes, I think it can be used for trails. There's a lot of flexibility. Okay, you failed. You can spend luck if you want to pass.
Let's spend luck. I'm sitting on 65. Let's do it.
Okay, so you pass. Okay, so then that means you get to continue to the next stage. Stage 2, the destination, a dire warning. Excavations commence at one of the possible entrances to this buried city. You are accosted by terrifying visions of an enormous, iridescent, conical creature with 4 flexible, cylindrical appendages, discouraging you from continuing. You may choose to heed the warning and have the expedition fail, which means you will take the blessed handout. If you reject the warning, you have to succeed on a POW roll or become disturbed.
So if I accept, I take blessed, right?
If you accept it, that means the expedition's over, but you are blessed, or the blessed, I should say.
The blessed. And if I roll, it continues.
Yes, but you have the potential to become disturbed. And if you roll a crit fail, the expedition ends as well, and you become institutionalized.
And
Get to hang out with Jeremy again.
Let's do the POW roll.
Okay, so you are going to reject the warning. So go ahead and roll POW.
It's not hard or anything. It's just a regular roll.
Just a regular POW roll.
Pass.
Okay. So then you get to proceed to stage 3, the reward, into the darkness. You delve deeper into prehistoric tunnels built of black stone. Make a luck roll.
Fail. Nope, pass. Sorry, the first one
Okay.
passed. I don't roll twice.
Okay. On a success, roll on table 15A, treasured possessions. You may choose to make another luck roll or abandon your exploration. Should you succeed on a total of 3 luck rolls, you have recovered everything of value, though no one takes seriously your claims of discovering an ancient city that quickly becomes reburied amidst the sands of the Australian outback. Nevertheless, the expedition counts as a success provided you not fail any luck roll. If you fail any luck roll, the expedition fails and you meet the whistling terror of the blackness below. So right now you've succeeded at 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get a treasure for this. We'll go over that in a second. Do you want to keep pushing? If you fail, because if you can succeed at 3 luck rolls, you get everything. If
So
you
2 more.
yeah. But if you fail, bad things are going to happen to you.
I don't know.
It's not like Traveler Bad where you die in the middle of character creation.
Yeah. Should I
Institutional.
go for all 3?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, another luck roll.
Pass.
Okay, last one for all the marbles.
Pass.
Okay, wow. All right, so you're going to get 3 different treasures. We'll roll for them in a second. So you're going to recover everything of value, but no one's ever going to take you seriously about your claims of discovering this place because the sands completely covered it. And so let's go over and figure out what you got. Oh my gosh, Matt. All right. So roll 3 times. Throw 3 d10s. Just roll a d9 because I'm ignoring 10s. No, I'm not giving out Mythos tomes.
What?
Sorry. I'll give out
But I met
artifacts.
Jeremy and he's opened my eyes. Oh, wow. I rolled 3 and a 1.
Okay.
I got to roll 3 of them.
Yeah, and 1 more.
And a 2.
Oh, it sucks. It's 3 mundane
Shit.
items. Roll 3 d100s. Edie, it's not too tied in. You can play this. I think you can roll this with trails. There's a lot of vagueness to some of the stuff. Because I know you can play it with modern too, and I'm pretty sure you can roll. I'm pretty sure you can do it with trails as well. So there's enough sort of broadness to a lot of the results that I think you can make it work.
All right. 3 mundane items. 50 is the first one.
Okay, so the first one you get is a childhood toy. What's next?
68.
Papers. We gotta roll to learn what information they contain. So 1 second. I'll tell you what the roll. This is 31I. Go ahead and roll another d10 for the papers.
5.
Chemical formula. And then let's get your last treasured possession. So another D100.
It was 80.
A sealed trunk. Huh. It says roll 3 times on this table and combine the results as all coming from the same individual, possibly a relative, stranger, or loved one.
This is from an old temple?
Roll, yeah, apparently. It could be anything you want. So roll 3 more times. Because this is what's in the trunk. So yeah, roll
D100s?
yeah, 3 D100s again.
33, 36, and 36. Can I reroll my doubles?
Let's see. So 33 is a book. 36 is a sealed bottle. If you choose to open it now, you get to take the mysterious letter. Otherwise, its contents remain a mystery at the beginning of the Call of Cthulhu campaign. So there could be 2 sealed bottles if you want. One of them you could take the mysterious letter now, and one of them could remain a mystery. Or you could, if you wanted to reroll something else.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Okay, go ahead. I get that mysterious
67.
letter a lot. A 67, more papers. You've already gotten that too. One more time.
21.
21 is a sculpture. Roll a d6.
5.
An ancient culture. A sculpture of an ancient culture. This is on specifically. Man, you really fall down the hole sometimes with this stuff. Roll a d20.
18.
It is religious of some kind. So it could be Christian, Jewish, Islamic, pagan, Zoroastrian, Taoist. You can kind of make it up. But there is some sort of religious sculpture in that as well. In the bottle. And yeah. Okay. Whew. I forgot where we were. Is it January?
Occupational events.
Occupational events. Okay. All right. So you all are free to obviously, do this while I'm helping someone else out. But so has everyone done occupational events so far?
Nope.
Okay. So occupational events is just one. So you just roll an event. It's
18C.
Yes. Thank you.
10.
Page 74.
74.
Well, that's where they start. There's different kinds of events. So
Okay.
Sorry, professional career occupational events,
18.
which is 5C.
hang on one second. Melissa's got me all screwed up. Okay, so everyone's picked your occupations, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Chuck, what did you pick?
Big game hunter.
Very nice. Melissa, what did you pick?
Scientist.
Matt, you said secret agent or something like that, federal agent?
Yeah, I'm just rolling on the table right now.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Jeremy, what'd you pick for your stuntman?
Yep, I'm a stuntman.
Adam, what'd you pick for your profession?
Another kind of stuntman, a sex worker.
That's right, sex worker. I totally forgot. Okay, so then you've got your chosen occupation. You got your skills sorted out from your profession. You get one occupational event. So if you see that there are different kinds of events, so like, hang on one second. I think this is the one where you get to pick the subtable.
Mine's got 2 subtables, but it's not. They don't list as optional.
So yeah, because like they're all a bunch of different kinds of events. So I would say roll on whatever table makes most sense to you, like relative to your thing. So if you got like if you took like if you took so Jeremy, you took stuntman, so just roll on other occupational events.
Yep.
Same with you, Adam, because you took sex worker. And then Melissa, would you take scientist?
Yes.
So you pick scientist. So that's a I think there actually is a scientist one.
Yeah. So I ended up with something else that I did on the side, which was training in a melee weapon. So that was what I ended up from the science and medicine table.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I met a strange person.
Very nice.
Experience an event particular to your occupation.
So that is other. So you're other, right? You're the other. Okay, so roll a d8, Adam.
2.
Travel. You travel extensively. You can choose or roll up to 3 times on that old country of origin table to learn where you travel. And then you can select the language of one of the countries to mark as a non-occupational skill.
And so that's on professional
It's
career
table
section.
Yeah, it's table 2A is where you would choose from. It's the very beginning during Origins. And so you can either roll from there or you can just pick 3 countries, off the top of your head, whatever you want. And one of them will give you a language.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so does everyone has their occupational event?
I'm still working through mine. I met a strange person with a prosthetic arm who is a servant of something greater.
Oh, God.
Now I have to roll on the great old ones table.
Oh, my God. What is
17G?
Wait, what?
What the hell happened? Oh, God. 17G? Okay.
That's a D12. Oh, I got a 12.
12 is Yogg-Sothoth.
Okay.
It's my fave.
What?
It's my fave. Well, I don't know. Hastur's pretty cool, too. Okay. So it's a person with one arm who is in servant to Yogg-Sothoth.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I get a pet.
Aw. Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I hope it's not a Great Dane. Okay. All right. So everyone's got their occupational events down?
Yeah.
All right. Family life is next. This is determining whether you have a family. Okay. So it's not like your parents have. This is essentially whether you have some kind of family. So this was this around page 30-ish, I think, something like that. I'll get you the actual page. So
32.
32.
Oh, that's family events.
I think that's what it's supposed to be. It's another event table. So essentially you get one. You get one of these.
I'm also going to go with a pet.
Nice.
Don't make it a penguin. We had some weird pet situations lately. I think the best is always going to be a marmot.
I got a cat.
Okay.
My love grows.
I am
I
a-
get a love events.
I am a
Damn,
Also
Chuck.
a cat.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
guys. I like it. I don't want to spoil anything. That's
They're all
good.
gonna die.
Cats are good. Got to have an animal that takes up smoking. That's absolutely correct. Okay. You all can. Does anyone need help with their family event?
Yep, I got love grows.
Love grows. So you have a memorable experience with your love interest. Refer to table 23C.
Which one?
If you do not have an existing love interest, you instead develop a love interest. Do you have a love interest already, Adam?
Not yet. Sure, let's develop one.
Okay, so that's what you're going to do instead. So it's chapter 23, romance. Okay, so roll a D100.
29.
Your love interest is an enemy, someone antagonistic to you.
Oh man, all sorts of hate fucking going on.
Apparently, it's a weird horror. It's a weird Orient Express, man. I don't know what's happening on here. Okay.
So, yeah, there's a problem. The book doesn't have an entry for 54 to 56.
Under
Which
what?
table?
Relationship events. Page 95.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't see it either.
Huh.
Is that what you rolled? I assume.
I rolled 3, and one of them was 56. So now I got to pick between 47 or 72.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not going with relationship troubles. My partner excels.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
hit optional categories. Okay. Too many tables.
Yes, there's so many in here. So Adam, you've got your family life stuff figured out. You have a romantic interest now, a love interest, and it's an enemy.
With my enemy.
Exactly. Jeremy, did you get a family event?
My family event was my pet. I was rolling my adulthood thing next.
Okay, so Melissa, you also got your pet from that. Is that
Yep.
okay?
Got a cat.
Well, we both have cats.
Beautiful.
We do.
Maybe that's how you know each other. Okay.
I have a cat too.
Oh my goodness, so many
For
cats.
now.
Don't do anything bad to these cats, though, Adam.
No, I'm gonna turn it into Dreamlands. I've already decided.
Okay. All right. So then, Matt, did you get your family life stuff squared?
I haven't even done my. I'm still working on my educational. It got a little
Oh my
crazy once I
gosh.
chose badge. So I was recruited by a government agency. I gained the badge,
The
card.
the handout. Yeah.
whatever that is. I was recruited by a secret government agency, and my task was through the gate. You were tasked with exploring another dimension.
Oh my god.
I rolled on the other dimensions. I got Yoggoth. You encounter the planet sometimes thought to be Pluto, a still and cold world of cities in black stone and emerald pyramids. You explore the cities of green pyramids, including Great Namortha. I made a hard characteristic / regular skill roll, which I passed to avoid detection by the fungoid crustacean residents of this world. And now I get to gain an artifact
Oh my gosh.
when I escape from Yoggoth's planet. So I got to roll on the artifact 16D. This is still my education because I picked it. It's just kind of gone down a rabbit hole.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wow.
Amazing.
You've already had a couple Call of Cthulhu campaigns for your character.
I know. I went on the expedition, and then I got recruited after the expedition by a secret government agency, and now I've gone to
Okay. The
other dimensions.
the artifact's a D20. It's a D20 roll.
20? 2D20 or just one?
Just one. I mean, yeah. I guess you can roll two to take the one you want.
I rolled a 20 and an 8. 20's got to be good.
8 is an electric gun.
Oof. Oh,
I rolled
That's
that
cool.
earlier today. I was messing around. 20 is a puzzle box. You have to make a hard int or a EDU roll, and on a success, you open the puzzle box.
I don't have those assigned yet. No, let's do the electric gun.
Okay, so you got an electric gun. So just write that down. I'll see if I can find stats or something for that. I'm not sure what
Okay.
that is yet. So just write it down and we'll figure it out later. Okay, perfect.
And now I'll move on to my occupation and choose one. This
Okay.
is not what I had in mind to play. This is take me down a completely different path.
Your dude has been to some crazy places in Australia. You've been to frickin' Pluto. You have like ridiculous amounts of treasures and whatever. My
I'm
God,
jealous.
that's insane.
Thank you to chat. Chat located Heinrichs 54 to 56, Chuck.
Oh, nice.
What?
You and your love interest develop a special connection to a place, and you get to roll on table 14A for meaningful locations, what that place is.
Okay. That's good that you found it. I'm not going back.
Yeah, I know. Once you go.
It is in the book, though, apparently. It's just
Okay,
not in the
good.
PDF update.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Sundance Kid.
So Matt's catching up. So the rest of you've all done family life?
Yes.
If
I'm
you do-
doing my adult event.
Okay. We also have an
Just
adult
waiting
events.
on children, or do we only do children if we roll that?
Only if
Only if you roll. it.
only if you
okay,
roll it. Right.
Ain't got no kids.
So
I became addicted to narcotics.
is that your adulthood events?
Yes.
Okay. So then Adam, the next thing is adulthood events, which is just like, all the other events we've done before. It's a D100
roll-
table.
Do we roll a D3 first, or
No, it's just one. You only have one.
is this where I need to like trade in the cat thing for the Dreamlands?
Yes.
All right, I'm trading it in.
Okay. Trade it in. Okay, here we go. So if you refer to this chapter and you already have, nope, we did that. If you do. Okay. So So if you've been referred to this chapter, it means that your investigator has the opportunity to enter the Dreamlands. While it is true that most dreams are forgotten, even those that take dreamers to the Dreamlands, your investigator remembers their journey for better or worse. So a couple things. If you are referred to this chapter and you already have player handout for the dreamer, follow the instructions on that player handout. Nope. And increase dreaming by 10%, and then roll on table events without needing to pass through the event 0. What? Okay. What was the name of the card again?
A Friend of Cats.
All right. Let me just double check this. Friend of Cats. All right. So if you're instructed to roll an adulthood event, you may elect to instead discard this handout and refer to Chapter 28 Dreamlands instead. Okay. So then, So I think you have to do the Cavern of Flame and the Steps of Deeper Slumber first.
Okay.
So you get So the Cavern of Flame and the Steps of Deeper Slumber. If in your dreams a stairway descends into the earth, following down the 70 steps of lighter slumber, you enter the Cavern of Flame. Waiting for you are 2 priests.
Oh.
Hang on one sec. This doesn't make sense because you handed in the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it says you can discard this handout and refer to Chapter 28 Dreamlands instead. And then it says when you come here to Chapter 28 Dreamlands, if you are referred to this chapter and you already have the player handout for the dreamer, follow the instructions on that player handout and increase dreaming by 10%. All right, so I think I'm just going to give you 10% on dreaming, which is a skill, but it's a skill you can only use in the Dreamlands. I don't think it's available yet in the items directory. Then you get to roll an encounter on 28B Dreamland events without needing to pass through event 0. So I think you get to give this up. So go ahead and roll. Yeah, go ahead and roll a. What the fuck? Man, this is crazy. I'm not sure if you're looking at this, Adam, but this is absolutely crazy.
I'm not.
So if you do not have player handout for the dreamer and have not been banished in the Dreamlands, refer to 0.
Yeah, I've gotten either because my handout was the cat.
All right,
thing.
so I think we have to do it because you discarded it to get here, so you don't actually have it. So
nope.
Now that we're here, okay, so then we were doing it right. The Cavern of Flame and the Steps of Deeper Slumber. In your dreams, a stairway descends into the earth. Following down the 70 steps of lighter slumber, you enter the Cavern of Flame. Waiting for you are 2 priests, Nash and Kamantha, who examine your worthiness to proceed. Roll POW. You guys got so many crazy things. It's insane.
I am so excited to tell you.
Is this where I use luck to do a thing to succeed?
Yeah, I think we can do that. I think it's a characteristic. So yeah, I'll say yeah. Go ahead, burn your luck.
And when you burn luck, you burn the amount you need to burn in order to succeed.
Exactly.
And so, is it meter below?
It's equal to or under. Yeah.
Okay, I'm burning 14.
Okay. On a success, you are found worthy and proceed unharmed to the sacred pillar of fire.
Yeah.
There, you find 2 tables of green malachite on which lay clothing and weapons and food and supplies. Suitably equipped, you descend the 700 steps of deeper slumber. So then you get to take that player handout thing back, and you get to roll on this table. Roll on this table 28B Dreamlands Encounters.
So when it says take the player handout thing back, that's talking about the dreamer, not necessarily the cat thing, right?
Yeah, you're taking the dreamer card. Yeah. So now you have the dreamer card.
Oh, I do. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm a dreamer.
So the dreamer card. Oh my gosh, this is intense. But you have braved all things of Earth's dreamland and burned still with the flame of quest. You came not as one curious, but as one seeking his due. You have been granted entry into the dreamlands. If you do not possess the dreaming skill, you get to record it with a starting value of 10%. I'll do that later for you. Whenever you're instructed to roll on the table stuff, you may instead refer to Chapter 28, the Dreamlands, blah, 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 blah. Every time you subsequently enter the Dreamlands by referring, you gain 10%, but beware that you do not dream your life away. So you have the dreamer right now. Okay. So then go ahead and roll you got to roll in the 28B. So roll a D3.
One.
The Great Abyss. You descend past twin Titan lion statues outside the ruins of Sarkoman and enter the Great Abyss. This doesn't seem right. I think that's got to be a typo. It's got to be a typo, right?
I don't know.
I'm gonna come back to this, Adam, because I think there's some arrows that are kind of going in weird directions here.
All right.
That aren't really making sense. So let's put a pin in this, and
Sure.
we'll come back to it later,
right.
because I want to get that updated PDF or something like that to see if there's.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we can do that later.
What occupations did everybody take?
I took scientists.
Big game hunter.
Stuntman.
Sex worker.
I'm going to take occultist then. It fits my background and what I've experienced.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Adam, let me come back to this one. Let me look into this one some more. It's also
Jeff, I'm very excited to tell you something that I rolled.
It's also, I'm just going to hold that as long as I can. It's also something I got to double check to make sure I won't spoil too much stuff, but there's some stuff that might come into our campaign that involves some of the stuff popping up on this chart here, Adam. So I want to see if we're going to break anything first before we go too far down it. Okay. So we'll come back to that. What did you get, Melissa?
I spent a night at the theater, and guess what I went to see?
I'm going to guess The King in Yellow.
Uh-huh.
That's so good.
I sure did.
You're the reason. You're the reason.
Can I keep it?
Of course. Yeah, I don't care.
And I did pass my power roll, so I didn't go to Carcosa.
Okay. Yeah.
Yay.
So
I'm not as worried about King in Yellow Carcosa stuff with this campaign, but Dreamland stuff could potentially come into play. So you have to be careful there.
I am now disturbed and injured because you know what happens when
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to this. Let's see where we were. So has everyone done adulthood events now?
Mhm.
At least
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
this was
too.
my
No,
event in
I'm
my 30s.
Okay.
I'm still working on it. It's all right. Move on. Don't wait for me.
Okay, I won't. Okay, so you get one adult event for every 10 years. So if you're going to be older than 29, you have to do another adult event. If you want to be 30,
okay.
if you want to be in your 30s, roll a second event. If you want to be in your 40s, roll 2 more events, etc. Right? So that's what middle age and beyond is. It's entirely optional, and you just kind of choose when you quit. So there is going to be a cost for this later, as some of you're going to see a deterioration in some stuff at the very end and finishing touches, but that's kind of up to you. Okay.
I took 2.
You took 2. So you're in your 30s.
I'll be in my 30s.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect. Melissa,
Okay.
you're in your 30s as well.
Yes.
Okay. Jeremy, do you have an idea?
I already have my first one. I'm going to do a second one, so I'll be in my 30s.
Okay. So you got, so roll for another event.
I love my first one though. I have
What's
a
your first one?
friend. It's
Aw.
an inhuman. My friend is a ghost,
Oh God.
and our relationship is based on affection and mutual respect.
Well, that's good. That's great. That sounds really good.
Just me and my ghost buddy
Okay.
and my cat.
This,
I'm totally fine. I got appropriate care.
what happened to this? Maybe this was a bad idea. I don't know.
Uh,
Or this is either a bad idea or a great idea. There's not going to be anywhere in between.
No. The middle ground.
Adam, do you have an idea how old you want your character to be?
They're going to be in their 40s, and I just rolled 69. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Let's see here.
So you should have 3 total adult events: one for your 20s, one for your 30s, and then one for your 40s. Okay.
Yeah. So in my 30s, totally picked up a bad habit of narcotics.
Nice.
But for my 40s, the magician, you encounter an individual who calls themselves a magician. Roll on table 32K, the wizard.
Okay.
To learn what happens. I beat Chuck.
You beat Chuck. Yeah, I was going to say that's wonderful.
There you go.
Excellent.
All right,
I love
so
it.
32K.
Well, 32K is probably going to tell you something specific about that, or we could just say it's Chuck. I don't mind if going off of it saying.
Now let's do 32K.
Okay. So it isn't Chuck.
It's not Chuck. I'm not an actual magician. It's my, great uncle on my
think the-
mother's side.
The
The
wizard.
closest we have so far is Matt, who doesn't like magic.
D4, Adam.
Oh my god, I got drafted.
Oh no.
no.
3.
3. So offense. You offend the wizard in some way, and they become an enemy to you. So
That's who.
that's your love interest. Yeah. Take the player handout 9, the cursed. Get a lot of
Oh,
handouts,
no.
Adam.
No. Well, I mean, when you're popular, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you got the handout 9, the cursed. All right. Is everyone? I know Matt's a little behind, so we're not going to wait for him. He said, "Has everyone figured out your adult events?"
Yeah.
I saw the play. I'm good.
Okay.
I, have
I made a
couple of
friend.
Conditions.
And then my friend died.
Is it
Oh,
Jeremy's
sad.
ghost?
No,
So-
maybe it is Jeremy's ghost now. I met a historian of Mesoamerican Indians who saved my life. And then my second event was misfortune. A friend dies. And I'm like, well, it's that guy.
Oh my gosh.
It's so tragic. Okay. So if you guys have finished your events, Matt will catch up when he's ready. We'll move on to finishing touches. So this is where you're going to finalize your characteristics and skills if you don't have certain values. So far, you should have recorded all your occupational skills. You should also have your credit rating.
Oops.
And it's possible it's under the sex worker stuff.
Yeah. I couldn't find it. I think I just found it called prostitute
There you
instead. So we'll go with that.
It was probably an older version of the PDF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I pick 8 of the skills.
You pick all of the skills that are listed for skills. Sometimes you
Oh.
might be given a choice between, but just read
Okay.
the
Okay, I got it. I'll start doing that.
I am kind of curious actually. Art/craft, any 2 interpersonal skills like charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade. You can pick 2 from those. Dodge. That's good. Psychology, sleight of hand, and any other skill as a personal or era specialty. So you basically get one that you want. Again, everyone will end up with 8 occupational skills, credit rating, and then you'll also end up with 4 non-occupational skills. Okay, so then... Okay, finishing touches. So, don't worry about the backstory. I think everyone's done just fine on backstory stuff, so we'll skip from that. Let's finalize your characteristics. So, if you have any characteristics on your character sheet that have not been assigned values, go ahead and assign them now using whatever values you have left on your backstory sheet.
Yeah, the only ones that got assigned for me were int and pow.
Okay,
Those are the
I
only ones
didn't-
I used.
I didn't get any assigned.
That happens sometimes. So you can assign them in any order you want. So just use the
And-
standard array.
Just to ask the meta questions, how relates to something else? Like
Sanity.
what connects to other things?
Okay, so if you want to go over that kind of stuff, characteristics. So Dex is for shooting, obviously. Strength and size have like control over like your I think it's your damage bonus, your appearance, not your appearance. Your your POW is your sanity, and your magic points. So those are kind of the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah, damage bonus is strength plus size. So you get like you'll fall within a category, and then how strength, size, and dex work together determines your movement. Your hit points come from con and size.
So-
Yeah.
When it says any other skill as an era specialty or a personal specialty, what's that mean? Just one
basically-
I choose.
You can just pick any skill you want as long as it makes sense for the era and what, like meaning like the 1920s and for what you're doing as an occupation.
Okay.
So whichever you want. And again,
Diving.
oh, I want to make a bad joke.
Oh God, I didn't think about that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So does that answer your question for characteristics?
Mhm.
Yes, thank you.
Is everybody ready? If you're ready with your characteristics, let me know because we're going to have to do some adjustments now, depending on how old you are.
I'm good.
Second.
Okay, Chuck, how old are you?
30s,
You're in your-
37.
Okay, so you're going to have to, if your character's between 20 and 39, you have to make one improvement check for EDU. What this means is that you roll a D100 and you want to roll higher than your current EDU. Equal to or under is bad in this case. You want to roll higher.
I did not.
Okay, so you don't get any improvement of your education.
Okay.
Melissa, what are you? What's your age?
Also 30s.
Same thing. Roll a D100. Compare it to your EDU. You want to roll over. Clear over.
95.
Okay. Roll,
EDU is 60.
okay. Roll a D10.
1.
Add 1 to your EDU score. That's a shame.
All right.
What's SIZ?
Size. Size affects hit points and size affects damage bonus and your build size and your movement rate. Jeremy, what's your age?
30.
All right, same deal. Roll a D100 against your EDU.
So 77 was over.
Roll a D10.
Roll D10. Okay. 10.
What's app again?
Appearance.
Appearance.
Okay.
Sort of like a charisma-ish thing. It's how good you look.
So add 9 to EDU.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Adam, you said you're in your 40s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll 2 D100s.
Okay, hang on. Just had to finish up that. Okay.
Okay.
I got a 47 and a 54.
What's your EDU?
40.
Okay, so they're both over?
Mhm.
All right, so then roll 2d10.
$14.
And-
Oh, sorry. 9 and 5.
So 14 total, yeah. Add 14 to your EDU score.
Oh. Ooh.
However,
Uh-oh.
you need to deduct 5 points, and you can split this between strength, con, and dex. So however you want to distribute that 5-point loss between those 3 stats.
Okay.
But you also have to reduce your appearance by 5. Because you're in your
Game is
40s. Because you're in your 40s.
So mean.
Some people think that people get more attractive.
I agree.
This game does not.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
So judgy.
All right.
So judgy.
Yeah, this game is
Very
just-
judgy. Very judgy. Okay. So then that's all your scores. Okay, so basically to go to the other attributes, it's the character sheet in Foundry should probably do a lot of this for you, but just to review it really fast. Sanity is the same as your POW, so whatever your POW score is what your sanity is. Okay. Your hit points is con plus size divided by 5, rounded down. Again, that should have automatically done it for you. Magic points is equal to 1/5 of your POW. Again, should have been done for you. Luck is whatever you have left after this whole process. Your again, damage bonus should have auto-calculated. Same with build. All that should have auto-calculated. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Same with movement rate. So all of that stuff.
I definitely saw it changing as I was adding stuff in.
All that auto-calculates, so we're not going to worry about it. So then the last thing, well, there's two things, and then we're done. I'm sorry, this is taking a long time. So the first thing is non-occupational skills. You already got all your occupational ones from choosing your profession. You get 4 non-occupational skills if you haven't taken them already. If you've already taken some, and remember that non-occupational are skills that you took and you just added 20 to the base score.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't done that yet, you can do that now. You can, if you want, do it randomly. There's a table there, a roll table if you want to roll them randomly. If you want to do this later, like you want to look through all the skills and make some choices, that's fine too. It's totally okay if you don't want to do it right this second.
Can you unlock the random skill table?
Yes, sir. One sec. Apologies.
So I did miss out on the occupation skills and assigning.
Yeah, so basically when you look at the occupation and the list and then just go through the array that you had at the top of your sheet.
Okay.
And then wasn't checked off.
Replace what the sheet put on there when I added them to my sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Replace. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So basically, I just like deleted it, moved it over fresh, and just replaced it, so I didn't make any mistakes.
Okay.
Okay. Chuck, it should be good now.
Cool.
You said no teleportation, right?
No teleportation. That's going to...
I roll teleportation. I would re-roll.
Got to get rid of it. Yeah, just
For
radically...
the guy who didn't want magic, I ended up with magic.
A ton of... I know, which I find hilarious that you're going to all these crazy places, getting all these artifacts. Okay.
That's funny.
So yeah, so the non-occupational skills, you guys can take them however you feel like taking them. But again, the whole point of a non-occupational skill, you add 20 to whatever the game's default value is. Different skills have different base values. Some of them might have 5, some of them might have 20, really kind of depends. Drag it onto your sheet and just add 20 to whatever it says. And you're going to get, at the end of the day, just remember, you've got 8 occupational skills, your credit rating, and 4 non-occupational skills.
Got archaeology. I feel like that'll be useful.
Sure. And you are welcome to use the table if you want to use the table. So
yeah.
And then you could just drag them from the chat too, so you don't have to worry about.
I got survival sword.
Nice.
Which kind of works because I picked up a melee
Nice.
thing along the way. Archaeology and track.
Okay. Cool. Feel free to share if you've got them. We're almost done. We'll be done hopefully in the next 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. The last thing is pulp talent. Let everybody have 1 pulp talent.
Can you unlock the table?
Yes, ma'am. And you can roll. You can choose if you want. Or hang on. Let me get the table ready. Or you can roll it randomly. Give me 1 second. I thought I did this. Must be when I updated. Got rid of stuff. Okay, but also on the you can also roll it randomly. So there's different categories. There's combat talents, there's mental talents, there's physical talents, and there's like a bunch of miscellaneous ones. If you want to just run randomly just for funsies, go for it. If you want to specifically pick, that's fine too. Just look in the pulp PDF and kind of pick what you want, but you get 1.
I got a stout constitution.
That is not you in real life.
This is very true.
How many talents do you get?
Just 1. I might give you a second one later on, but right now we're just going to stick with 1. 6 players. You guys got some crazy stuff. I'm going to see how it goes before before we go too far into it.
I think that's the only thing about my character that's not like I am a very like book learning library use scientist that fights with swords.
You were also an orphan at the very beginning, so
I was taken away from my family and raised by a rich guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a twin out there somewhere.
Flamethrower. I don't think you're going to get
Daddy
any
warlocks.
flamethrowers, Chuck. So you might want to re-roll or pick a different firearm. I don't think flamethrowers are going to pop up.
That's funny.
Oh, you're muted, man.
We add 20 to the base. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll take claw. Sure.
And yes, I did see the
Okay.
king in yellow. So that was when my life became interesting.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So it's getting late. It's gotten late. We're over time. So I figure, and I think we're near the end. We're at least at the point where I think we all got a decent idea about the flavor of each character, sort of. But we will. You guys can tinker with your skill choices, your talent choices, all that kind of stuff. Adam, I need to look into the Dreamland stuff for you, and I'll touch base with you about that, and we'll sort of sort out exactly how we want to do. But I think, other than that, we are done. Unless there's lingering questions, concerns, anything like that.
That was
Oh, great.
so much stuff.
Insane.
Oh my gosh.
Insane,
We're
right?
done.
Nuts.
I'm glad I'm actually glad we're taking like 4 weeks off or a month off so I can wrap my head around everything you all just built, because there's some crazy things up here.
I'm
Okay.
taking fighting chainsaw. No, not really.
Chainsaw. There's a lot of modern stuff mixed in, so I wouldn't do chainsaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool to try these tables out
Yeah.
and see where they
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
where
let
they
me-
took us.
Let me drop that link one more time, by the way. So yeah, this was Hendrick's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Character Creation. I just dropped the link in chat to the Drive-Thru RPG site for it. It's really fun. I love life path tables. We play a lot of Freely games. They have life path tables. We've done some Traveler as well, which is ridiculously fun. And it comes up with some zany, insane character. We had people going to Pluto, for crying out loud, in this thing. I don't know how London in 1923 is going to compare to Pluto, but we'll try. We'll see how
We'll
it
figure it
goes.
out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Why don't we do a quick roundtable so we can get out of here? If you want to plug whatever else you got going on, and then we'll dip. So Chuck, what's going on with Defenders this week?
Oh, yes. This week, Defenders of Cobalt, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Dan is missing in action, and I need everyone available for the wrap up of our chapter 1 of Alien. So John is going to be running some mecha hack for Jeff and Jeremy and myself and Bert. Friday, we're going to be wrapping up our Dungeon Crawl Classics Dead Sun campaign. And then Saturday night, Adam and I got something special going on with Jeremy
Mm-hmm.
at his table on Grim and Perilous Plays, but I'll let Adam talk about that.
If it rhymes with Slingdom, hang on, I should have thought of this at time. Slingdom Jeff Bonster. Slingdom Jeff Bonster. I'm going to be very upset. Very upset. Matt, we got Octan Cthulhu this week, right? Over on old Garblag
That is correct.
Games.
So,
Yeah.
I'm still deep in character creation.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
that
what I
is
meant.
correct.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Garblight Games, Actun Cthulhu, Winter of Fear promotion, Forest of Fear adventure preview.
Yep. Come get free stuff as we're doing giveaways, right? Every time. And so I think we're into the really physical stuff. Yeah.
Physical products. I think it's a player's handbook this week.
Very cool. That's a very good one.
Yeah, it's all physical products for the next 3 weeks. So a
Excellent.
really big prize at the end. You want to be there.
And then Jeremy, you want to mention that Patreon one more time?
Sure. Aaron Reese on Patreon, comics, art, all sorts of fun stuff.
Fantastic. Link is in the chat. I guess I'll put this up on YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to leave it in like the full Horror on the Orient Express playlist whenever we start, but like I think I'll put it up there. So so if you're watching this later, check the YouTube notes and you can see all this kind of stuff. Adam, what's this special thing you got going on?
Well, first off, if you go to our website and hit up any of our Drive-Thru RPG products for the next half hour or so, we're still got some Cyber Monday deals on our Drive-Thru RPG products. So those are the ones that are automatic. The ones that I set manually, you may have until tomorrow morning or so. But other than that, Oh yeah, I'm remembering, if you do happen to buy any of our products and you like it or kind of like it, please give us a review. There's a lot of uh, good things that reviews will do for us. So even if they're not necessarily the best. On Saturday, Jeremy and Chuck are coming over, and we don't know exactly what we're going to be playing. It may be Slingdom Jeff Boster. It may be something else. It may just be another role-playing game, just around the table using the meeting owl. You'll get to see the camera snap to each one of us as we talk. It's pretty amazing stuff. And because Jeremy has such an animated face, sometimes it'll pick up on him even if he's not talking. So it's great. It's wonderful.
Very, very good. I'm not going to get sad. I'm not going to get sad. I'm not going to get
It's
sad.
all right. Remember in October when you came out and we played? It was awesome.
It was super fun that last time. Yeah. One day when Melissa, I have a good car now. I just got a new car, so maybe we can do a road trip to Kansas.
Yeah.
See, there we go.
That's a long road trip.
Potentially.
I
an
like
option.
driving. I like driving.
Me too.
Okay. And I also dropped a link to Chuck's The Kids Aren't All Right adventure over on drive-thru. So definitely check that out as well.
Yay.
As for us here, let's see. No Haunted West tomorrow night. We'll be back next Tuesday with that, which Chuck is going to be joining us. Yeah.
I am. I need to make a character.
Yeah. Get your coyote piss salesman or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Friday, we've got Hunter the Reckoning, and we also have a giveaway from courtesy of our friends at Norse Foundry. We're going to be giving away a bunch of dice over the next month, over December, basically all the way through New Year's. So at least one of our streams per week, we'll start giving away some dice sets. So come hang out with us, watch some Hunter the Reckoning, and you'll have a chance to win a dice set. Then on Saturday, we're going to be doing One Ring 2nd edition. And right here in this space next week, we've got Holler for Savage Worlds. You can see some of these people in that. But thanks to everyone who hung out tonight. Thank you to those of you who are watching this later on VOD or on YouTube. Thank you to Heinrich for putting together a really awesome character creation guide. Looking at those charts, it made... I think I failed like a ton of sand rolls just looking at it. So the fact that you made it is pretty impressive, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it adds a fun dimension to Call of Cthulhu. There's all sorts of crazy zaniest things that we wouldn't even have thought of. So thank you so much for doing that. We are going to go ahead and Jen's got some homework to do. That's very true. Adam, you're in charge of making that happen.
She is her own person. If she asked me for help, I would totally help.
I will help her. I will gladly walk through this with her at any point. No problem. But we're going to go ahead and raid our friends over at Talking XP. If you want, they're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, it looks like. So if you wanted to follow that raid, say hi to them, follow us, whatever it is, follow everybody. It's great. And we'll see you next time. So bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.